Back in 2016, I left my first real job as the voice for a Danish TV channel, 9 to 5, and it really wasn't working for me. So I went back to working for myself. But going back to becoming a freelancer again was really challenging. And so I started looking in all the normal places, self-development, going to lots of events, and I saw a video of Oprah walking across hot coals. And fire has always been one of my greatest fears. Like, I dream about burning to death. And so I thought, fuck, I could never do that. So of course I must. And cue the event. We get there, 10,500 people at the Excel in London. And I think it's a 4-day event. We'll probably walk on fire in the final day and I'll be ready then. And of course he says in the morning, right guys, tonight you are gonna walk on fire. And I've always been working myself up to this going, ah. And so when he's saying you're gonna walk on fire tonight, I'm just thinking, shit, I just can't do it. And the whole day, you know, they start showing them building the bonfire out in the parking lot on the video. Later on, it turns into coal, and they're like, yeah, and you're gonna do this. And I have just this constant record going on in my head of, there's no way in hell I can do this. I'm gonna feel like such a failure when I step onto that fire and I go, I'm sorry, I can't do that, and walk back sort of really defeated. And all I can think of, failure, 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 failure. I can't do this. Later on, they say, okay guys, take off your shoes and socks and we're gonna walk out to the fire pits. And there's about 100 of them in the parking lot at the Excel. And during this time, we've all had to make a move and say yes. And I'm thinking, fuck, I'm in a cult, what's going on? We're going, yes, yes. So we start filing out, and there's 10,500 people, so it takes about an hour walking, yes, yes, yes. What am I, this is ridiculous. And the weird thing about it is you only see a sea of people, and then all of a sudden, you're standing in front of the fire. And it's so unreal, and they come with like just before I was gonna walk, they came with a wheelbarrow of fresh coals, and you can see all the sparks, and you can feel the heat, and they sort of go, take them out, and there's this, 6 or 10 feet of this hot coals, and you can see the smoke is coming up, so it's real. And they get you to step on this little patch of grass, and you have to go, right, make a move, say yes, and you're like, say yes, say yes. And I'm thinking, okay, right. And they go, right, go. And I go to take a step and I'm like, I can't do it. And I just feel my whole being going, zoom. And then I just walk across the fire. And I get to the other end where they have to hose down your feet, and then you have to celebrate because you did such a great thing. And you're like, woo! And I'm just there going, well, that was lame. I was so deflated because I spent all this time being so afraid, telling myself how much I couldn't do it. And actually I didn't feel anything, it just kind of felt like walking on something quite soft. It didn't even feel hot. So I left and I just was like, oh, that was not the buzz. And I just felt disappointed. But I think the great lesson for me in that was that the painful thing about doing things we're afraid of is actually not doing the thing. The painful thing is our brain trying to keep us safe and alive and protect whatever image we have of ourselves succeeding. So even now I'm still afraid of lots of things and I still let fear stop me. But sometimes when I have to really sort of dig deep and put my big girl pants on and do something I'm afraid of, I remember that, hang on a minute, I walk on fire. And if I could do that, then I could do this. And I actually turned it into a bit of a power mantra. I am a fire-walking Viking warrior queen. And I just want to say to you guys that if I could walk on fire, then I can do anything. And if I can walk on fire, you can do anything that you want to do. And don't let your brain or your mind trying to keep you alive stopping you from doing the things that you truly, truly want to do.